Good morning, everybody. How's everything? Wait till somebody gets in here. Anybody? Hey, how's it going, Jamie? How's everything over in the UK? Are you guys as wet as we are? I know you guys were wet last week, and we were. We were a little bit wet, but you were getting it pretty good. See, going through some scattered junk here, just pulling things out that I haven't done anything with. Sorting so I can do a tumble job. I think I might have enough pennies to make a roll or two. But, hey, Gregory Freeman, how are you today? Well, it was wet. It was wet. You're close enough. You know how wet it was. I don't know why I put rollable pennies in with my tumblers. Just in a hurry, I guess. Might even have thrown a couple coppers in there, I don't know. So, you're all wet. You have puddles in your backyard, a lake or something like that. I have a man-made lake. You have a natural lake. Turn my mic up. Are you, maybe I was just covered up. Hang on. Hey, Diver, how's it going? Greg. Here. Let's put it closer. I don't think I can turn up the mic. I just have to get it closer. I think it's a one volume thing. Is that better? Maybe I had it down too far away. Yeah, because it doesn't have a volume on it. Give me a thumbs up if it's better. 1995. That's not a copper. Not a copper. Let me do something here. I think, yeah, because that'll show a little bit of my blue screen, but at least when I lean in a little bit, I won't go just this much. Scorpion, how's it going? Welcome into the chat. How's the weather back there? Greg, is it as wet as it is out here? Maybe my music was too loud for this microphone. So anyway, today I'm going to put these, all these non-rollables into the tumbler, and then maybe by tomorrow they'll be okay. Get the rollable ones out. Hang on one second, just gotta go get something. I had to get the plate that I put all my goodies on the other day, and fish and stuff. So 25 degrees there. No, still no snow. What was I putting that in? Nothing good. Good. I got it. Oh, there's a button. Button. Who's got the button? So much garbage. Thinking about utilizing the trash cans a little bit more. And not considering things so long. So anyway, yeah, oh, wait a minute, put it over here. Forgot where I put my box of dug up treasure trash and all these Zinkins. You know, that's a lot of holes to dig. That's, I almost get leery of posting all these Zinkins I get, because everybody wants to see the good stuff, but you know, I'm thinking, you know, I'm posting all this stuff that I get, and I post something good and I keep saying this, I get a few views. I get, like, some of my views from this past set of shorts have stayed as low as 6, but then I throw on, just because I was out in the live dig, I do a remix, and I pull up a foil seal, throw it on there, and I get 9,000 views. And it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. The Zinkins, I get, throw up a Zinkin, I get 2,500 views. I throw up a copper and I get 25 views. Guess it's just a matter of timing. That's all it is. I think there are people out there just interested to see what you find. They're just interested in what you find, no matter what. And whether it's a piece of treasure trash, just a odd bracket, or a diamond ring, they don't care. They just want to see something dug up, huh? So on. You got more tree limbs down? I'm sorry to hear that. I know that's a lot of work. Like I said, if I was there, close enough to you, I would take my chainsaw out and give you a hand. I really would. I'd rather help you than help myself. Hey, Scorpion, you have a great day at work. Drive safely, all right? Yeah, that's the way we keep you separate from Diver. He's Greg and you're Gregory, and I'm Incognito. Telly Savalas, how are you? Welcome to the chat. So anyway, I've got a couple of coins over here. Just a few bicentennials. I have a whole big thing of bicentennials, and I've set them aside someplace, and I can't remember where we put them right now. But I saw a new mystic guy. He's a new guy, and he was talking about bicentennials, and I hadn't seen him before, so I went to his site, his channel, and was listening to his talk about bicentennials. And there's I didn't think there were all that many things to look at on the bicentennial, but evidently there are a few. So I'm just going to look and see. There's some doubling and stuff like that the bicentennial quarters have on them. And I hadn't looked at the bicentennials yet that we have. And so I was thinking, oh, I'll do that. And we couldn't find the big bag that we have of them, but we found a smaller bag we've been collecting lately that definitely haven't been looked at, because we just set them aside. Sunfish, how are you doing? Lucky James Eller, hey, you were lucky again last night, weren't you, dude? Good to see all of y'all in here. So I'm just kind of going through these things, separating things out so that I can have a little cleaner spot here. I separate things to a point, and then I start doing other things, and I have to eventually follow through on what I do here. Put things in the appropriate spots, trash in the trash, and I separate out the trash, and I look at it again, and then I look at it again before I throw it away. Okay, here we go. What do I don't think I have enough for a roll right here, but I do have another jar that's got 2 rolls in it. I know maybe enough to make this a roll, so there'd be 3 rolls of Zinkins. So we can, let's say 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I don't think I got a full roll here. Almost. Maybe 35 cents. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No, I don't even think I have 35 cents. 31 cents. I got plenty in another jar there. Okay, let's look at some you grab a coffee and donuts. You know what? I didn't bring my coffee in here. Dimebag, how you doing this morning, Dimebag? Let's Come on. Here we go. So we've got some bicentennials, and there I wasn't even thinking about bicentennial quarters being silver because they're after 1964, right? But there's some bicentennials that were made silver for collections and collector sets, quarters, halves, dollars, stuff. And so there are some silver, and there are some proofs that were out there for the same reason. So I figured out what some of these characteristics are. So you can only find things by looking, right? You're not a nobody, Greg. So all these have been circulated because we got these out of change. And but you know, some of the collectors packs were broken up and circulated and stuff, so incidentally some might be out there, proofs or silver quarters, or some of them have doubling on them, and if they do, they're worth you know, $4 or $5. Some are worth a couple of hundred, some are worth, you know. So, and everybody that does quarters knows a little bit more about it than I do, but I'm just now figuring out what the difference of a proof is. And so here you go. And these are D's, and the S's are the ones that are more than likely silver if you have an S. In San Francisco, not every S would be silver, but if you were to get a silver, I don't think any of these are silver because you can tell another way, you know, by looking to see if they're clad or not by the edges. And I may have looked at all of these that way. And but I'm kind of looking at for doubling because we haven't really looked at that. So we've got a few here, just a few dollars in quarters. So just as I imagined, all of them are clad here, but we'll look for the doubling. There's another thing to look for on the drum. I'm not sure exactly what it is. In 1975, actually there were no quarters with the date 1975 on it. Did you know that, Greg? The 1976, the 1776, 1976 bicentennials were minted in 75 and 76, and no 75 quarters were minted. So, all right, this one has no doubling. You'd see it mostly on the Liberty, or maybe in God We Trust here a little bit. Come on. Someday I'll get a scope. There we go. Now, this is something that I'm not sure is look at that quarter and then look at this quarter. See how the N is there? That one, it's close, but that one is like, I don't know whether it's mashed in or it's actually, that might just be mashed. But it looks like it's closer together than probably nothing. Come on. So I don't see any doubling. Yeah, we got a few minutes. Wonder if I can take autofocus off. So if we were, these coins are pretty well circulated. Yep, you could get a quarter went a lot further in 1972, that's for sure. That is for sure. Okay, I don't see any doubling on that. William E. Good morning. We're looking at some bicentennial quarters looking for doubling. DDOs. Nothing yet. More than likely not on any of these. But, like I said, can't say anything until you've looked. These are in pretty rough shape from being circulated. I've got too many people checking our Coinstar that's closest to us. We had two here, and one of them got taken out because the store is just about to close. What is that? That that's a scratch. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Nothing of any importance yet. Nothing that looks like a lost proof or a silver. No, no silvers. But there was one that was $19.39. They barely had radio in 1939. Going a lot faster than I thought I would go on these things. And nothing of any importance. A lot of wear and tear. Well, Greg, you have to show us your carnage in your yard. Only 4 more to go. You guys are so lucky. There's only 4 more to go. Well, there's a no DDOs here. Okay, that's it. That's all of the quarters. Had to look. Thought you would like to look with me. since I have to look at something. Well, I'm knocking everything over here. Everything's getting so crowded. Knock everything over. Lighters. Oh, there's some more pennies. You know, I was watching a Instagram thing on batteries the other day. The guy was showing how you could recharge your batteries with ice water and hot water. And first you soak your batteries in cold water, and then you add ice, and then I think these are coppers, not zinc and flat penny. There goes. These coppers? No, these aren't coppers. These got to be zincans. Yeah, that's a zincan. I don't know why they were playing here separately. That's a zincan. Nope, that's a 1969 copper. Okay, that goes with the coppers. And what's this one here? That one's zincan. And that's a zincan. Rusty keychain. Yep, these. That's okay, that. Put my beads out. And so look at these quarters and see what they are. Let me see if I can see some something interesting in the ones I dug up. That's trash. Buttons, buttons. Who's got the buttons? This is we had a thing with hooks in it here someplace. Okay, let's look at the ones I dug up here. This one is just a steak quarter, I think. Nope, this is a Tuskegee quarter. These are the quarters that I dug up last week on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I don't think I can see what this one is. Here, wait a minute. This is too crusty, but it's a 2009. I'll set that one aside. This one is, well, this might be a West Point. That might be a West Point. 2019. Yes, that was Army Air Force before it was Tuskegee Airmen was Army Air Force. I'm pretty sure. So let's see. Is this a W? No. It's a D. Okay. No such luck. This one is a 2014, I think. These are pretty well done in. This one's 1989. How old are you, Mr. Telly Savalas? I know real Telly Savalas was in the Dirty Dozen. Is that you? Okay, 1989. Well, this one's not in too bad a shape. This one is a New Hampshire, 2000. This one's, you can tell all of these have been in the ground though. You were born in 1922. That makes you 102. Really? Congratulations. This one, I remember when I found this one because I saw the star right away. Lone Star. That's amazing. I have a really good friend who is the leader of our church, and he is 97 years old. And he fought in World War II. My dad fought in World War II. And he would be 96 right now if he had lived. Yes, these are quarters that I found last week. The ones on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I just didn't look at them real close, so I thought we might right now. We counted the money, but didn't look at the coins to see if there was anything great about them. This one's really destroyed. It got lawnmowered. This one, wow, that's a really torn up 1984. They're my two best. These I found in the tot lot. They weren't buried in the ground. They were buried in the wood chips. So I got, this is, oh, did I look? Oh, it's a D. This is a possible West Point 2020. My predictive chat name is finally working on your keyboard. Oh, cool. And this one is the Flying Eagle 85. Look at the difference in this one and this one. This is an 84 and this is an 85. 85, 84. This one was in the ground and this one wasn't. So this is just like regular pocket change here. So got two good looking quarters and the rest were pretty much trash. Okay, I'll pull the dimes up here that I found. Look at them a little closer. There's a couple that don't look too bad, but I know I don't have any silver. And some of them look really bad, being in the ground for a long time. Can't even hardly tell it's a dime, barely. If you look at it just right, you can see it's a dime. This one's probably the best looking one. No, I got another good looking one here. Well, good looking. Or the ground doesn't treat these coins very well at all. This one's got a lot of toning in it. Yeah, I wish I found some silver too. I find enough clad. It would be nice if some of these were silver. It really would. Dimes, quarters, nickels. See, this one's close. Hey, 2-pack. This one is a 1967. I think this is 2-pack's favorite year. I got close. I was only 3 years off here. And these are too dirty. I couldn't tell if anything was silver by looking at the edge because you can't see the edge. Some of them you can't tell whether they're clad or not. This one, gotta get it right side up. You can't see the date on this one. Pretty messed up. Well, look at that one while I'm well, that one I couldn't find the date on is 2003. These are in pretty bad shape. Barely tell they're dimes sometimes when they come out of the ground. There's one that's, I think that's a 95. No, wait a minute, that's a 2006. Well, I just see that it was 95. So, yeah, really hard to tell the dates on these things. They're pretty much destroyed. Yeah, that one. That one's in 1977. Well, that one you can see the date on, 2016. Can you see the date on that one? No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, 2017. Yeah. What's that? 2000. Three. Okay. I got some nickels you can look at. Let's see if you can see a date on that one. Look at there. I found a 1957 nickel. No real significance there, except that it's old. It was made when I was 7, and a long time after Telly Savalas there was 7. You met a ghost? I met a couple.
Blah, blah, blah.
1957 and a 1987. Look at the one that's in 1987. Looks worse than the 1957. Got a bunch of these guys. The 2022. Look at how bad that one looks for 2022. That's only a year too old. And this one is 2006, so it's a bit older. And not in very good shape at all. Okay, here comes one that's I don't know what that one is. I think it's 2004. That one don't look too bad for 2004. The 1957 looks better than it does. Another 3/4 face there, 21. Still not in very good shape. The land I was digging in isn't the worst, but it's not the best, that's for sure. Another 3/4 there. What's the year on that one? Can't really see it good. That's 2000 something though. That's a 3/4 face. There's a good one. 1998. And still the 1957 looks better. That might be who that is. Not sure. It's free music, so it's not anything anybody will ding me for. There's a 23. Look how bad that one is. I hope my mind, if you truly are 102 years old, Telly, I hope that my mind is as in good a shape as yours is for 100 years old. I got some coppers here. That's the 1969 that I pulled up a minute ago. And I think I've got some 62s here too. This one's 74. This one, it got bashed by a lawnmower, looks like, 79. Not in real good shape. Copper usually holds up better. I'm pretty sure you're right on that one, McKenna's Gold. I just watched that the other day. That was a good movie. Gregory Peck. It's who all us Gregorys were named after. Right, Gregory? There's a 78. That one doesn't look very good either. You too? There's another 1970. What is it? $1978. Here's a 1975. There's a 1970. 1970. Hey, Treasure Woman, how are you? Come on. Who's Telly Savalas? Well, he says he's 102 years old. If he was born in 1922, that would make him 102. I knew who Telly Savalas the actor is. 1974. There's 1962. This one's in better shape than most of the 70s ones that I found this week. (1980), the 62's in better shape than the 1980 as well. Really? Yeah, he played Kojak. There's another 1962 that's in better shape than the 1980. Didn't get any Wheaties though. In 1975, that one's not in too bad shape for. And there's another 1980. Most of these are in pretty bad shape for coppers. The coppers I usually find are in better shape. So we got a bunch of coppers there. Huh. Okay, that's about it for the coins that I found last week. Should take that one out to the vise before I put it away. Straighten out that twist in it. So here, what can we leave up there to look at? Well, I'll leave something up there to look at, that 1957. So let's see, I should have another couple close by here. But let's see. Whoops. One of my empties. Bridge on the River Kwai. Ouch. Well, you cut elastic and it springs right back at you. Putting things in jars here. There's my washing gear. Buttons in buttons. And buttons to start my own. Yep, got enough buttons to start my own garment factory. At least I could fasten everything. Ooh. Those things are... Putting the hooks away is tricky. But the all the lures in the thing. Oop, oop, oop. Okay. Messing with hooks can be hazardous to your health. I did find something here. See if I can make anything out here. I hadn't looked at this close up, but it looked like I don't think it is though. Looked like it might have been a piece of a coin, but I don't think so. I think it's just some kind of aluminum piece. Oh, the pool is overflowing right now. The pool is overflowing. And in order to do that, I have to go. I can't get outside from here. But maybe I'll do that. And I'll start outside. I don't like to show the inside of the house. That's just personal preference. Yeah, I don't think this, I thought this might be a mashed up coin of, or token or something, but I don't think it really is a token. Has some kind of impression on it, but kind of looked like it had some kind of edge to it. But I think it's mostly my imagination. And my imagination can be what? This right here? Not too sure. I think I thought it might be it looks when it shines up, it's like really different. I thought it might be aluminum, but aluminum doesn't shine up with your finger. Let me go do something right here. Let me put something out here so that you're not looking at a blue screen. I'll go do something real quick. I'm just curious. Won't take but about 30 seconds here. I'll still be with you because my microphone is closed. silver. So June 1944. This I put it in acid. Yeah, it's got to be zinc, I think. It's a little piece of zinc, but it's not a penny. Because it's rubbing off in my hand. Oop. And it definitely now does not have any kind of a pattern in it, I don't think. It's just funny how it shining up on the, come on, focus on the high spots. And on the edges, it's turning shiny. Aluminum doesn't do that when it's broken like that. Wow, got quite the story to tell there, Telly. Search your sense. You have some sense there, William? Well, that is the strangest. Let me check something here. Let's see. We're gonna do some scratching here. That really, look how shiny that is. That really is throwing me for a loop. All right, if I put, let's see. No, that's not silver. Sure rubs up shiny though. It's probably just something stupid like zinc or aluminum. Oops. Okay. Yep, just still can't get over how shiny that gets. Wish I could have, okay. Hmm. That's the only thing Nixon did that affected me really too much was I was in the Army and he brought 10,000 troops back from Vietnam. And put us back into a 1H category. And I didn't go to Vietnam because of that, because of Nixon. This little piece weighs I don't know. It's I don't think it's galvanized. It's not. It's got a coating on it, but it's not galvanized. So that little piece weighs almost 3 grams. That itty bitty piece, about the same as a copper penny. I was just seeing it because it was shining up. I was going to see if it. It's just garbage. I saved it aside because I thought it was some kind of broken token, but it's just a. Yeah. It didn't go anywhere. You see a skull? Yeah, it's too hard for pop metal. Hey, Silver Assassin, what's happening with you, brother? I want to tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys being in here today and spending time with me, adding time to my watch hours. I'm up to 34. What is it now? I'm up to 34:22 now, so I'm only 578 away from 4,000. So that's very cool. Okay. I've gone an hour and a half without my coffee. I'm going to run and grab my coffee real quick. Give me 10 seconds. Okie dokie, I'm back. Yeah, when I was a kid, I was very into the new space program and landing on the moon. I think it's really too bad these people are trying to point out things about being fake and things. They show simulations and try to pull them off as real and try to take away from what happened. But, you know, that's their problem, right? There's some more Zinkins over here. You owned an aerospace company for 20 years? Okay, Telly. Hey, come back and see us. I really appreciate you being in here and sharing your experiences. Thank you for your service, and you have a great day. Come back and see us. God bless. What's next? You know, I don't really have anything. You guys have to give me something that's exciting that you're into. Wow. Very nice, Greg. I never owned a company. Tried to make out I did when I worked for one, you know. I made out like I owned it. That way, when I went to work, I worked better. Okay. Boom. There you go. So, yep, I'm talking at you. Bring out the lightsaber. Here, I got a lightsaber. There you go. Hello, Annette. Welcome to the chat. That was Interesting new person that came into the chat today, Telly. Gotta get my background music going there. That depends on what I'm using, whether I'm using my hand digger or whether I'm using my spade, because my spade will go up to like 10 inches deep with a plug, and the hand digger, you can only originally go about 3 or 4 inches deep. And with the hand digger, I don't like to go much deeper than that anyway. Sometimes I'll go to the full length of the hand digger, which is about 8 inches. I'm doing well, Annette. How are you? So sometimes if you looking at what I'm doing when I'm digging, I don't really dig a plug. I'll break the grass and split it and pull it back so that when I put it back together, it's not cut loose from the ground. You know, the grass is still connected, and then when I put it back down, it all goes back together and hasn't severed anything, much of anything. So sometimes I don't dig a plug, or I'll dig a flap and flap it back over. But if you're digging a large plug with a spade or a shovel, then you have to cut all the way around. Otherwise, it's hard to take such a deep plug and flap it over. Yeah, it sort of does. There's some of the detectors that are a little more accurate on depth. Mine will. It has notches. Here.
Blah, blah, blah.
Just a second. I think I dropped that hook on the ground here. Did I? No, I guess I didn't. Okay. If do this, if it'll show it. I don't know whether it'll show it. Not. Let me take my screen down a little bit, maybe. Yeah, that'll work. I'll take my volume down. Let's see. Okay. So, you see that all right? So when I find something, see these notches right here? So that will, the more notches you have, the deeper it is. If it's just the top notch, well, it's not doing it right now because I'm right on top of it. But that should be just saying that it's not deep at all when, there, see, I got the coins in my hand, so it's, but the deeper it goes, the further away I hold it, the deeper it goes. But if you're really close, right on top of the ground, it will show you one or two notches up there, and then if you move it way down, I move it a foot away, so then the notches will fill up, and that means that it's deeper, and it can go anywhere from 3 inches down to 18 inches if you've got your sensitivity up. So it will tell you that it's deep or shallow, and then the repeat, when you have the sound up. So when it when it does that, you know it's closer to the surface. When it does this, you know that it's much deeper. So that's about a foot away, and that's about 6 inches away, and that's right on top of it. So you can tell by 2 ways. Pay attention to the little meter there and how many notches, whether it's close, and then the sound of the piece that you're doing. So, and then it'll be larger too. So the larger it is, the more it sounds off. And then it gets confused when there's too much. It'll overload. When you've got a lot of metal, like that piece of pipe that I found, that was a big overload. I like my Legend. I get all kinds of stuff with it. If it's metal, doesn't matter what it is, I'll get it. I just haven't been anywhere where they've been losing gold yet this year. I'll get there sooner or later. Yeah, we got a couple more minutes. So, yeah, anything else? Not all the time. I keep my sensitivity at around 12 to 15 on my Legend. when I'm in the park because, for one thing, uh, my if I turn the sensitivity up, see, um, here's 13, and when you get close to something, it'll sound off. The further away you get, so you can get closer to items, the lower the sensitivity. If you turn the sensitivity up, say to 25, then it starts giving you a lot of chatter, and you can't get as close. See, now I'm getting, I can get twice as close to a metal pole, say, and this is giving me a signal way out here with my sensitivity turned up. But if I turn it all the way up to 30, then it really gets bad. It picks up everything around it, so you can't pinpoint anything. But I do turn the sensitivity way up when I'm in sand, because I can dig a lot deeper in sand, and I can cover more area with the higher sensitivity. So that's pretty much it on sensitivity. It allows you to go pick up things that are a little deeper, but it also picks up things that are closer to the coil around. So if you've got something right under the coil and something 6 inches away from your coil, you're going to pick up both. So you don't know which one is the strongest signal. Makes it really bad when you've got your sensitivity up that high. So you want to keep your sensitivity down low so that you can stay generalized, localized in one spot instead of picking up something that's 6, 8 inches away and it's masking it's bigger maybe, or even like a bottle cap will scream at you in the 50s, and you think that you've got maybe a quarter there, and what you've got under your coil is maybe it could be pull tab. So you have to play with your uh, your sensitivity and see where it does you the best. I still have that coil on. I've got to change back to my 6-inch coil for the next time I'm out, because I took that out there on Wednesday and went to that little beach again, and I really don't like that big coil because it gives you too large an area, and you're picking up something, you think you've got a target right under you, and you're digging and it's 6 inches to the right or 6 inches in front of you, and so you're digging twice as much and working twice as hard. So that's why I like the 6-inch coil, because now my area is restrained to this, and if I turn my sensitivity up, it brings it out away from it and gives me a couple more inches, 3 or 4 more inches around or across, and then I can sweep and find. A lot of times I'll turn my sensitivity down after I find a target. I'll turn the sensitivity down to get a better lock on it, so that. But with the big coil, your area is twice as big, so that target could be anywhere in that 11, 12-inch diameter, It's good for covering area, finding. It's just not the best for pinpointing. It does have the pinpointer. Um, does have the pinpointer on it, so when you find something, um, and you've got your target, then you can you move it over it, and it will find it right in the center of your coil here. And but that doesn't always work either, because there's deflection and there's black sand, and you've got a lot of factors there too. So you just have to work it all together and figure it out. And then you just have to cross your fingers and pray. Yeah, it definitely is more accurate for me. And since I do a lot of tot lots, go to the parks and do a lot of tot lots, I get closer to the toys. I can tell if I've got a target next to the toys. I can tell that it's there. Because I still pick up the toy, and if I get right up against it and find a target there close to it, I can tell the difference between them with the little coil. But with the big coil, I can't get close enough to the toy to tell the difference between the toy and what target might be next to it. Well, you guys, I'm at the 2-hour mark. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you having some questions that I might be able to answer, or at least partially answer. So I am sitting here, and it's raining outside, and I didn't have anything fresh for you guys, but you guys stuck it out. Thank you so much. Thank you for adding the hours. God bless you all for being who you are, and let's hunt. Take care, guys. Later, Gators.